time in Singapore?
Yes, first time here.
Where
I'm
you
happy
from?
to be here. I hail from Iowa, originally in the United States,
Right.
Midwest. That's where I grew up.
Okay, and that's pretty close to what Professor Higgins should be.
Well, I suppose you could say, well, Higgins kind of grew up with a silver spoon. Some people would say so. That's a little bit different from my upbringing. I'm pretty much, middle class and went to school and studied theater. And that's where you learn how to create a character and build a character. And playing something like Henry Higgins, I'm not exactly like who he is, but it's fun to find that.
So for someone from America, how do you fit yourself into the role? I mean, language is so important in this
Absolutely.
thing, right? So how do you fit yourself into it?
Well, a lot of practice. Right? And you listen, you're influenced by different things.
Yeah.
And you start out, when you go to school to study to be an actor, one of the things you're going to work on is dialects. Different things, because the character you may play could be from anywhere in the world. Henry Higgins, the British dialect is used quite a lot in different productions around the world. And so you get a lot of exposure to that. And of course, I've seen the movie of My Fair Lady, and I've heard Rex Harrison speak before.
Yeah.
And you can't help but be influenced by that.
Yes.
Now, I'm not going to say that I am Rex Harrison. He's the definitive. We give him kudos for that. But being able to have the opportunity to play Henry Higgins and to work on the dialect and bring it to life, it's a great opportunity and privilege. I'm so happy to be doing it. So happy.
Okay, you're going to sing the songs too, right?
Yeah, I sing a little bit.
Sing a little bit only?
I sing a little bit. I mean, Henry Higgins does a lot of kind of singing.
Yeah. So what is it going to be like for you in this role? The sing speech thing, or you going to sing it through?
Well, I do mostly speaking, and there's little dots and dashes here and there where you put a little bit of the melody in. But the style of the show, it's kind of a Lerner and Loewe thing. I've done like Camelot, the same thing. King Arthur does a lot of singing. And so Higgins is the same way. Lerner and Loewe seem to have a lot of shows that have that in common. And I think it works. As long as you're true to what you're saying and you understand it and believe it, I think it carries a big emotional package.
But would you, is it a directorial decision to speak it, or would you rather sing it?
I have known of productions of My Fair Lady in the past where Higgins sang quite a bit of it.
Yeah,
right?
I've seen one, yeah.
I think it was a directorial choice here. Jeffrey said, we'll stick more to kind of singing the part. And it's challenging. I have a lot of singing experience. I'm an accomplished singer. I'm not an opera singer, but so it's a little different take on your standard musical theater performances where you take on a role, you learn the songs and you sing them, and you learn the techniques for singing properly. But this is a little different. But I'm up to that challenge.
Tell me your personal opinion about your Henry Higgins' relationship with Eliza.
I gave that a lot of thought. And I asked some of the other cast members in the show. I said, "Are Henry and Eliza in love?" And it depends on who you talk to. Because some people say, absolutely not. Like a lot of the young people on the cast are like, no way. There's, maybe at one point there was a feeling here, but not a feeling here, and then this person felt that way, but not this person. It kind of ships that pass in the middle of the night. My personal instinct, I'm more of a romantic. Just Chris, the actor, I like to go for the romance. I like to go for the humor. I kind of lean that way. There are certainly, and Aurora is so delightful. There's many times when I'm absolutely head over heels in love with this girl. But there's certain things about Henry Higgins where there's a separation, there's a class difference, and you have to pay attention to those things because that's part of the story, it's part of the message. And there's his hiccups, his idiosyncrasies, his ideas, his notions that tend to just keep them just a little bit apart that way.
So that makes it exciting.
It does. It makes it very exciting and very tantalizing. And interesting.
What do you like about Henry and what don't you like about him? I mean, as a character, as a person, as a character.
I like his intellect. I like his style. I like his viewpoint, his opinions. And then I suppose where he's a little bit different from me is he's very direct, and sometimes he has no tact. He comes straight to the point, and he tells it like it is, and sometimes he steps on Eliza's toes.
And you're very tactful.
I'd like to think that I try to be a little more tactful than that in real life, but Henry has a little different view on that.
If you were to meet Henry Higgins, what would you say to him?
If I were to meet Henry Higgins, I would say, "It's a pleasure to meet you, sir. Can you teach me how to speak proper English?" We'll see how it goes from there.
And how about, would you kick him in the butt for, ignoring Eliza's
Yes.
I
amorous...
probably would. I'd say, how can you treat this delightful creature this way? How could you not fall in love with someone like that? And he would probably have a pretty good reason for acting the way he does. And that's my job as an actor to bring that aspect to life.
What do you think of the ending of the movie where she came back to take his slippers and then he's just, oh, okay, do it for me?
That's right.
Kind of attitude.
I think, when a storyteller tries to see it as he thinks it would be, he or she thinks it would be. Look at the ending of this show, and he doesn't run into her arms and sweep her off her feet and kiss her and say, I love you. He goes right back to what his expectations are. He's consistent throughout. Jeffrey has made it a big point of making sure that Henry Higgins maintains that. Eliza's back. He's like, all right, I'm going to get my slippers now. And he sits right back and goes right back into the same. Now, the relationship may be a little different from this point on, but we leave it to the imagination of the audience to fill in that
maybe
blank.
that's the way it gets exciting. Well, tell us why we should see the show.
Well, because My Fair Lady is a classical musical. It's one of the greatest of the American musical theater. Everyone should know the story of Pygmalion and My Fair Lady because of its story, its humanity, its color, its pageantry, its life, its vitality. It has something for everyone. You have to come and see it. It's timeless, and it will stay that way forever. Everybody come and see it.
Fantastic. Thank you, Mr. Higgins.
Thank you.
Good to meet you.
My pleasure.